Welcome back to the Rebel Tribe podcast, where we celebrate women who are shaking things up and redefining what's possible. Today's guest is Anita Sonya, founder of LivePodcast Media. Anita is all about helping entrepreneurs and creators build a bold personal brand through the power of live streaming and podcasting. She's worked alongside some of the industry greats, hosted global summits, and is on a mission to make sure that your voice gets heard. So get ready for a conversation about visibility, confidence, branding, and how live media and podcasting can change the game for your business. Welcome, Anita. How are you?
I'm great, Melodian. Thank you so much for inviting me on your podcast. I feel really honored that I can be here. In fact, after everything that happened, the adversity that we had, the flood, and then in fact today we had a little earthquake. So
Goodness.
many
Okay.
things, many things happen here, but here I am, and then I feel very sorry and very sad also for Todd Cochrane, one of my mentors in live streaming and podcasting, who passed away 2 weeks ago, right? And then, yeah, suddenly I stopped everything after that because he passed away only some days after our last meeting for our project, right? For Live Podcast Awards for 100 Days Live Podcast, and then also for the Bali Summit, the conference next year. So, yeah, my heart is really broken, but no other choices that I have to move on. I have to go on. Then here I am. Thank you so much that you invited me. Even though this is a great time for me also that I can share how I learned from those amazing people. One of them is Todd Cochrane. That's why I really really feel honored to be here. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm glad to have you here because so many women are just absolutely terrified to do any kind of video. I mean, I used to be also, and I'm still not always
Me
entirely
too.
comfortable to
Believe me.
confess. Okay. but but it's
So since
time.
Mhm.
It's
It's
time,
time.
ladies. Okay,
You do
so
it or not. There is no maybe or one day or it should be now, today. You have to do that. So let's do it now.
let's do it. So
That's
I was reading when I was reading about you before I got on your
mm.
podcast, I was doing a lot of
Mhm.
research on who exactly were you. Okay. I confess I didn't know
I
until
feel
Joey
honored, but yeah.
until Joey get well I because I'm not in that circle yet. I mean, I have my little podcast, but
Mm,
I'm not like a Joey Garrity or I'm not like you.
mm.
So I'm just starting, so I don't run in that circle yet. So when Joey told me about you and suggested that I reach out to you about getting on your live stream, I was like, who is this person? I don't know who she is.
And then
Obviously, way out of my league. So
oh no, come on. It doesn't matter if you are on live streaming or podcasting, as long as you have the money, you are richer than me. So much more richer than me. That's the success, the real success, I mean. Then many of us going live streaming, going podcasting without any purpose, right? So this is why we need to start to live stream or to do the podcasting with the purpose, with the goal why we are here. It's not only about being visible, going online every day, 3 times a day, even, right? But then we have the purpose why we do that, and then remember our why we started to do it. That's the most important for me now. I mean, like I don't just go live streaming, greeting people, but then I have the purpose in our programs. But then I feel really honored. Like it's like oh my head becomes very big. I don't need to wear helmet maybe to go home because the helmet will be too big. My head. I mean, my head will be bigger than the helmet. So it's not like that. I mean, I am still small. I'm not that famous. That's why I feel really, really humble now because you say that. Well, I admire you, and then what do you think after knowing me? This is I hope that this is only a good impression, positive talks on our live streaming on our podcast today.
Well, what I want to know is because
Mhm,
so many, like I said, so many women are so afraid of podcasting and especially live streaming. Oh my, I still
mhm.
don't live stream very often because it's still a little scary. What was that moment that made you believe that live media was the way to go, that it was so transformational?
Believe me, I've been afraid of the camera since I was a child. Like my parents told me that's why I didn't have a lot of baby photos or my childhood photos because I cried in front of the camera or just walk away. Even until at the university, when I went to the studio and then the photographer had difficulty to 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 take my photo, something like that. So and then after that, live streaming wasn't something in our uh, country. It was like the same with coach at that time. People would like to ask what a coach is or what coaching is, something like that. But then it came live streaming. People went live streaming, but at that time there were many platform of live streaming that still can access many social media platform on Facebook group and everything, right? But then today it was more difficult, but because each platform has their weaknesses and also benefits in live streaming, then we need to do that. And then also this is the proof of I have to overcome my fear before I go live streaming. It was really difficult for me. The first time I went live streaming and then I interviewed at that time Rose Brand, the camera fell off. So and then I was really scared because I am a perfectionist. I don't want any mistakes in my work, especially the first time when I tried hard to overcome my fears in front of the camera. It was the first. Then the technical thing came out right. The camera fell off. I was so scared. Like I cried after that. But then Ross said, "Oh, it is okay. You can. It wasn't obvious that your camera fell. It was only a little while, and then you did something to cover it." So this is the fears maybe for many of us, like fear in front of the camera, not confidence. Well, the confidence can be reached while we do more. So people think that we have to be confident first to go live streaming, to do the podcasting, right? But actually it is the opposite. Like by doing it, and you will gain more confidence. That's what I would like to share with everyone, so to not forget or to be afraid to do live streaming right now, also because it is a real time connection. You can meet the people right away. The people will watch you, the people can interact with you. There you can do the question and answer about your brand, about your product, about yourself. Then the people know you more. It is easier than if you have to record the video. And then just like you told me that you are not good at editing, me too, I hate editing. So live streaming is the best choice this time to reach people without being a nerd in technology, because live streaming can be done easily with the minimum uh, equipments. Like you can live stream on your mobile phone, you can live stream on your laptop everywhere, and then maybe when you travel you can show your place, you can show your daily life, whatever you would like to perform or deliver, as long as it has values, in my opinion. So you don't just go live streaming or podcasting, but then you have something to share with others.
Yes, I discovered that I did a summit, my very first summit last in April
Mm-hmm.
actually, and we live
Mm-hmm.
streamed the whole thing, and it was
Congratulations, you did it.
it was it was challenging,
Mm-hmm.
complicated by the fact that April is like severe weather season out here, so it was a little challenging dealing with the weather and
Mm-hmm.
everything and that, but it was so Yeah, transformational is the only word because it made me really understand the power
Mhm.
behind live streaming. And yeah, so we're going to be doing it again.
We need to, and I encourage everyone to do that because now it's not only about video, but how you reach your niches there, right? Your potential clients. In live streaming, maybe they don't watch us now, but they watch us later, and then it will reach more people. But for example, like this, I invite you to my live streaming, and then you invite me to your podcast also. So we we expand our network. We reach more people that we cannot reach before, right? So that's why this is a very very important thing that we need to do now, especially if you are into branding, as you mentioned, the personal branding, because you are the brand. People will buy from you if they know you. It's not like with the cold TM or with the advertisement. This is like the organic way also to reach our niches or to build our market, right?
Right.
Don't you agree with it?
I do. I do. Like I said, I added 102 people to my
Mhm.
Facebook group because last year was my first time, so I did it very small. I confined the live stream to a
Mhm.
Facebook group. Next
Mhm.
year we're going to live stream to YouTube. But this year, because I had no idea what I was doing, I confined it to my YouTube group or my Facebook group, and I added 102 people to my Facebook group through that
Wow,
summit. So
congratulations.
hey,
You are
it
very
worked.
inspiring. I even didn't take care of my Facebook group again after so many things happening here. So
So it
you are
works.
amazing.
So yeah, so next year we're going to live stream to YouTube. We'll see what happens then. It'll
Next
be
year
interesting.
in is only some months away, you see.
I
So it's
know,
not
I
that
know,
long. Then
I know.
suddenly we will be there already.
See, you've created a monster. There you go.
Mm. Don't be
Talking to
afraid
you
to
on your
ourselves. We are our own monster. So the fears is on us, not from others. That's why I try to conquer my fear at that time to go live streaming in front of the camera. And then yeah, the first time I went live streaming, some people also TM me at that time that my English wasn't good enough. My pronunciation was horrible, something like that. But hey, it happened to most people for the first time if they live streaming, especially if English is not their first language, right? But then the right people will come to us. And I was very proud of myself that I interview many amazing people, many, just like Rob Greenlee, Todd Cochrane, Mark Stinson, even Jodie Krangle and the Ann Carden, they are on my, what is it? They are the judges also on my live podcast award. So it's like it's okay. You don't need to make everyone happy, but then the right people will support you. The right people will understand you, and they are always around. To help you if you have problems in live streaming, in podcasting, or in branding, including what is it to create the great contents. That's why. So do not worry if you are not perfect. We are not perfect. We are not robot. We are not AI. So mistakes can happen. The technical stuff can happen. But if we pay attention to those problems, then we will never step up. We will never move on, right? So do not worry about that. Everyone understand that we are human. We can make mistake, and that is okay to make mistake. That's what I would like to say.
Can you talk about that a little bit? I know you were when you first started
Mhm.
out, what is it like? Because I know that's once you do it a few times, you get a little better at it, you
Mhm.
get a little more confident. But that very
Yeah.
first time or that first couple of times, it's scary. What is it like to start from nothing, basically? You've got no
Mm-hmm.
audience really, you've got no followers, you
Mm-hmm.
maybe know even what your brand is, and
Mm-hmm.
you're just starting out. How do you get through that? How do you navigate through that so that you just keep going? I mean,
It took a lot of process actually, Melody, and it's not like flipping our hand easily that way. So the first time was like, yeah, live streaming is very expensive in my opinion because I live in the very crowded city, so 24 hours there was always noises, right? So even for going live streaming, I had to go to a hotel, rent a hotel room. Every time I did it, it was like for the last 3 years, 3 years that I did the live streaming from the hotel, only because I need a quiet place, the stable internet bandwidth, the internet connection, and then yes, and it was too expensive for me, for example, to rent a studio like the radio studio, right? And then it was very expensive also at that time to buy the equipment. I couldn't afford it at that time, so I didn't have my own studio. I had to go to the hotel. I had to go to what is it, I live stream from my mobile and laptop, and some of the platform at that time didn't have the mobile version, right? So I have to go from the laptop. And yeah, now we are blessed with the progress of live streaming. There are so many platforms that provide us so many what is it, like features also, but at the time it didn't happen. And then first, because I already mentioned about my fears in front of the camera, that was that I really had to overcome, right? At that time I saw Linda Sunshine West, she live stream a lot and she encouraged me to go live streaming, but I had so many excuses not to do it, right? But then I did it. And then also it was really really hard for me to go live streaming for the first time. I didn't know what to say, but then I had a dream only to interview famous people, important people. Like I have already done it now. Well, the people who I would like to interview, and even maybe like for other people they know them well, but for me, who is Sonya? Nobody knew me, right? So, and then how could I reach them? Then that's why and when I decided to go global or to go international, people here mock me how much money you have or something like that. Nobody. So many excuses that I didn't go live streaming because of that fears also, right? Then I went live streaming. The first time, yeah, it was really, really scary for me. But then I was lucky that people understand me, that they support me. It's okay, you have to do this. If you don't do it now, there will be no other time that you can do it, right? Because you will be in fears all the time. So that's why I did it. Not easy, really, really. One is expensive, one is because nobody knew me. And believe me, the first time I created my virtual summit, I put in 3 groups of Facebook. At that time, the engagement were really, really great, right? Nobody knew me. It was like about 600 comments, and I didn't know what to do. Everyone would like to be the guest speaker, but some people also mock it, like, how much are you going to pay me? And then at that time, I didn't have any topic, any theme. Nope. So everyone can talk what they would like to talk about on my live streaming based on their background, based on their expertise. So they could talk everything they want to, like 100 speakers at a time, because it was like for 100 days, right? It was my first summit. So yeah, after that it increased, that I started to build my my team. I did the research what people would like to talk about, and then also the trend at that time. I did about digital marketing, business accelerator, and then social media marketing also, and then business innovation, and then so many things that you can check it on my website. So I started to have my team, and then the people also supported me. But the most important thing is I would like to show people that you can do this. Live streaming was expensive, so I needed the sponsor, right? People think that for getting the sponsors you have to gain a lot of followers, a lot of subscribers, then the sponsors or the brands will look at you. It was totally different for me. I would like to prove them that some brands didn't think about it. They would like to think about the impact and then how you would like to reach others, to help others. They see your intention. If it is positive intention, then you can get it right. The first time I got Restream, so people think like you have to do the, how do you call it, the review of brands or I don't know, software or products or programs, whatever. But it didn't happen to me because I didn't do that. So I knew Restream after I used Restream. I knew Wave because I got the sponsorship from Wave also. I didn't know Wave before. And then I got Ecamm also because yes, it was like that. I even didn't use Ecamm at the time. I didn't have my Mac Air, so I was still on my regular laptop, you see. And then Ecamm has been supporting me a lot to sponsor, and that's why I feel really, really grateful because of it. The same with Blubrry. I didn't use Blubrry, but Todd Cochrane supported me a lot at that time. The late Todd Cochrane gave me the platform of Blubrry for the podcast, and then he has been supporting me on LivePodcast Insider. Also, we are going to relaunch LivePodcast Insider. This is like the digital magazine, but then I would like to expand not only about live streaming and podcasting, but also branding and content creation. So we will reach more viewers or readers that way. That's how I started my live streaming, and then I started to know the people, and I got the sponsors. Really, not because I did the review of the products or software, but because they knew that I would like to have, sorry, my dream come true. It's like the moment of dream come true. Jodie Krangle, she's, I call her like the Taylor Swift of voiceover. She did the voiceover for me. She, what is it? Sponsored me, so she has been sponsoring me also. It's like, the first time I told her about my dream, I would like to go live streaming, she has been supporting me since then. That's why I'm very proud of myself, but also I am grateful for everyone, these amazing people who support me. Maybe totally different than what other people do to get the sponsors, right? But then it happened. Some people also approach me, DM me like, you have to set this amount. You have to create the sponsorship. What is it? Not only categories, but the amount that we need to set, right? But I didn't do it. I did it after that. That this is the minimum sponsor where I put everyone the same. Then I asked your support by creating the video of sponsorship. It didn't happen to many others before, right? When someone sponsor you and then you just mention them, but then I asked them to create the videos for me. That's how I give the exposure for the sponsors. Actually, they don't need more exposure. They are already famous. They are already successful. They are already billionaires. But then I have to do it. So by them creating the videos, they support me. But I also have the exposure from them, not because they give me the because they want the exposure. So totally the opposite than the gurus or the, what is it, not only the gurus but also the coaches or the consultants talk about the sponsorship. That's how it happened to me, totally different. Maybe that's why. So a bit shocking that you asked me about this because it's totally different than the theories that people mention, right? Usually they review the products first, the program first, the software first, but not me. I know the products, I know the programs, I know the software because they sponsor me. So
Well, that's
that's
why I
why.
wanted you to talk about it, because
Mm,
I understand that, because I have gone against what my
mm.
first book was, a complete and total, yeah, don't listen to the gurus that are trying to tell you how to run your network.
Uh-oh.
Because they're raw. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
they're
yeah, yeah. I
raw.
understand.
It doesn't
But
work for everybody that way, and you can do
that's
it your
true.
way and still make it work. So I'm there with you. I get that. The gurus are great.
Mm-hmm,
They teach what worked for them, and what worked for them
mm-hmm,
works for a whole lot of other people, but it
mm-hmm.
doesn't work for everybody. So it's good to hear you
That's
talk
true.
about how you did it and to
Mm-hmm.
let people know that there are other ways. So I
There
was
are other
thrilled to
ways.
hear you talking about all of that because I wanted to
Mm-hmm,
talk to you about your summits because that's how
mm-hmm,
we met. Okay, we met because
mm-hmm.
I was a guest speaker on your 100
Yeah.
Days Live.
Yeah, very
So
honored to have you there also. I thank you so much for it.
I understand that this was not your first time doing this. You've organized actually many international summits, and they are supported by brands like Blubrry. People we've heard of: Blubrry, Ecamm, Wave,
Mm-mm.
Restream. I mean, even I know who these people are, and I'm like I said, I'm just getting started. So, but even I have heard of them, and they all support you. So, what what's kind of been your biggest learning from producing these large virtual events?
The biggest learning. Every day I learn from them. Every day I from my guest expert speaker like you. So I learn from you too. So by interviewing those people, actually I learn from them. It's like the free coaching. It is like the free consultation, right? Of course, maybe my questions are the difficult questions. Actually, it's not interviewing, right? It is like interrogating my guest expert speakers. I don't prepare the questions unless they really want to. And maybe I send two guest speakers all of the time. I mean, like all of this time that I do the live streaming, so I send only questions to those two guest expert speakers because they ask it. I prefer to explore live streaming like this on the spot, so I didn't prepare anything. That's why it will give like the clean canvas, that I can write everything there, that I can paint the beautiful picture, or even if they are very annoying, that I have to ask them the questions that maybe uh, they don't want to hear, but the audience would like to hear and learn from them. Sometimes I have to ask those kind of hard questions for them, what the people need, not because I would like to hear it, but because what we need to step forward to reach our goals, to be successful, to be visible, to gain our authority online. That's why.
Yeah,
So
I
that's what happened actually.
well, no, I like it. I hate the canned interviews like you were saying where the
Mm,
guest has all the questions ahead of time and then you stick to
the
that,
list of the
write down the
questions.
list. And I will
Mm,
send a list of questions to my guests if they want it, but I warn them right up front. If you say something in your
mm,
response that intrigues me, we're off,
mm.
okay? After that, the list is out,
I
okay?
don't do that. I don't threat anyone. It's okay.
because
Even if
because
they didn't support my opinion, that's normal. That's what the special thing in the live streaming, right? It is live. Then you cannot edit it. Then people will hear you. Even if you have a fight or people hate you, then it must happen. But with the good intention, we do it with love. You see. So that's why now love me is my core values on my brand, LivePodcast Media. So I don't understand why I call it love me, but it really, what is it? Connects with my brand, LivePodcast Media. That's why this is like the core of my other programs or projects in LivePodcast Media. I hope that you will not ask why love me and what love me is, but it is like you can check it where. So.
so you said you
Mm,
actually interviewed the leaders of Blubrry and Ecamm and the others, Wave, Restream. Was there
mm.
anything like some kind of an insight or a recurring theme maybe that they said that surprised you?
Not really at that time. Even we with Restream at that time, but the team wasn't there anymore to work for Restream. That's why I feel very proud that he was there. And then believe me, at that time, even he would like to talk about being the brand ambassador for Asia Pacific, but it didn't happen because there were so many things, so many changing, on the live streaming. And then also, like, 2 years ago, there was a brand also, the team contacted me that, to talk about being a brand ambassador, but it wasn't launched. I don't know what happened to them, something like that. But to not give up when a brand doesn't sponsor you, not because uh, they don't want to sponsor you, but because they do not continue their program. You know what I mean? At that time, it was a new live streaming platform. Even I introduced Rob Greenlee also to them, and then it was a great meeting. Not only once or twice, we had couples of meeting, but then it didn't happen because the brand didn't launch. So many things happen in the live streaming and podcasting industries. There are so many platforms that come and go, disappear because they cannot, what is it, adapt, or they cannot update, or so many things in business, right? It's the same, like doing business. Some business will come up and survive, some will disappear, or not, or decide not to continue anymore. That is normal, I think. You see, so yeah, what surprised me is, like, until today, because they saw my vision, maybe they saw my mission, even though they think like, who is Sonya? She's just a small live streamer, right? She doesn't live stream on Twitch. She doesn't play, what is it, games to be famous. She's not an influencer. But then what really surprised me, really, still they support me as the sponsor. Then this is the message also, that there will be more brands who can sponsor me, because yeah, live streaming is very expensive here, and I would like to be like the digital nomad in my own country, or maybe then I can travel more after this. Fingers crossed. Please, all of the sponsors, all of the brands, you can reach me out. Then I will be very happy if you support me to, what is it, to support my dreams, my vision and mission in, with live streaming, and also for the branding, right?
So I met you through your event, the 100 days. And I have
Live
to
podcast.
admit, so Joey Garrity, who's a big, huge podcaster,
Yeah,
sh-
she's a great woman. I love her to support me all the time. Also on my program, she, what is it, recommends great expert speakers like you also. So that's why I'm very blessed to know her also, as well as you. That's why.
well, she and I are friends, and she reached out to me and told me about your event. I guess she was
Mhm.
going to be a guest on it as well, and she told me I
Yes.
should reach out to you and talk to you about it. I was like, okay, I'll do this, but I'm so small. I'm just getting started. I'm so
Oh,
small. No one's going to
it should
pay
be
any
me would
attention.
think that
And
way,
then,
because I was scared to reach you out at that time.
well, and then you
Because
did. You came back with, yes, I'd love to have you. Pick a date when you get blah blah, and it happened. And I was like, wow, okay, how did this happen? It was
you
pretty
didn't
cool, and it
know
was
it
my
was
very
my feeling, that it was really a joy for me to have you, that. So it's the opposite, Melody, and I feel really happy that you are with me. So,
and it was a learning experience. It was like my very first live stream. I've been a guest on podcasts,
mhm,
but it was my very first
mhm,
guest as a on a live stream, so I was terrified. But it worked. But what I wanted to ask is, okay, since I was totally surprised when you said yes, I'd love to have you, because I am, like I said, it just totally caught me by surprise.
mhm,
How do you choose your speakers and topics for these summits, or your magazine that's coming? How do you choose them so that they serve your community and they push the envelope, and apparently you don't mind bringing on new voices, because here I am. So how do you choose? How do you pick?
Actually, I don't choose, I don't pick. I welcome everyone, no matter what their background is. And then also, I don't care if they are the new speaker or already experts in public speaking. You know, honestly, I am better to speak on the stage than in front of the camera. I'm very sucks in front of the camera. So and that's why I welcome everyone, even though I don't know them. Uh, they only need to fill my Google form, right? Because then I would know what they would like to talk about. But then it should be about branding, about live streaming, content creation, monetization, something like that, right? So even though they are the experts in their industries, it is important that they have been doing the videos or the audio for podcasts. So that's the minimal requirement. I don't ask difficult requirements, you know, especially when someone recommend me, it means that they are the best. That's why. So I believe everyone easily, maybe. I believe in everyone easily. I trust them. Then it is really great to have them, you know. Yes, this year I don't have a lot of guest expert speakers because it is also my training for myself to have self-discipline in 100 days, but then something happened again with the flood, then everything happened, but then I'm still here, you know. I would like to do it again and again. It doesn't kill me, right? So I have to move on. So I have to do it again. That's why I don't choose my guest expert speakers. Everyone is welcome to come to 100 Days Live Podcast or to write for Live Podcast Insider, as long as it is about content creation, about branding, about live streaming and podcasting, and also video. Anything, they are welcome because who knows, we don't know them but other people know them and they need to learn from them, and then how can they reach them? Maybe not easy. Some people are very busy, some people are really really you know, there are so many things happen in live streaming and podcasting industry. So why not? That's the question that I ask myself only. Why not? Why not Melodian? Why not Joey Carity? So everyone is welcome. Very easy. I don't make it complicated with the interview before or something like that. No. Just welcome.
Good to know. Good to know because I have a bunch of speakers that I can recommend to you.
That's why. That's why. I know that. That's why this is like the purpose that I explained that I welcome everyone also from
Hmm.
your community, right? And then the woman over 40, the woman 40-year-old, then they are welcome to write about live streaming and podcasting and also branding and everything for my magazine also. Welcome. We will start in January. So come on, give all of your writing now. And then they can contact me. And then also they can join the live podcast awards also for next year. If they do live streaming and podcasting, no need to be 10 years in live streaming or podcasting. It can be 3 months, 6 months. They are welcome because there are categories for the newcomers also.
Sweet. So can we talk about branding? Because I know you're gonna really start
Uh
focusing on that.
oh.
Well, again,
Yay.
it's important. It's important. So
Mm-hmm.
many women again do not understand the importance
Mm-hmm.
of personal branding.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care, even if you're not in business, even if
Mm-hmm.
you're staying in a corporate career or whatever,
That's true.
that personal brand is still important. So branding is crucial. I don't care what you're doing in life. Branding, especially
Mm-hmm.
that personal branding is important. So you talk a lot about helping clients
Mm-hmm.
define their brand message with
Mm-hmm.
clarity. So for someone that's really struggling with their messaging, like
Yeah.
what's the first thing you would have them do?
This is also because you see, branding is not only about the brand or products or program that you offer, because everyone now is a brand. Remember the people who would like to find a job on LinkedIn, right? They build their personal branding there. They don't have any products or program, but they do themselves as the brand. So you are the brand. Everyone is unique. Everyone has the special values to share to deliver, right? But then yes, we need to have a message out there so that the companies will be attracted to us, right? Then how to send your message out there, the brand message, or I call it like the signature message that you deliver to the others, whether it is for your products, your programs, or about yourself. That my expertise is this. That's why it is really, really worthy. If you hire me, it is really worthy. If you sponsor me, then yes, what kind of message you need to deliver out there? It is like first, what problems you want to help other with, right? And then also, uh, what do you want to help? If it is about your products or programs, and also who do you want to help? And the most important thing is who do you want to be known for? You want to be known as Sonya, very, very I don't know. Sonya, the podcast media founder, or Sonya, the side live streamer, or whatever you would like to be known for. But then I changed my brand from our coaching universe because I'm not much into coaching anymore. I would like to have people, especially creators, influencers, entrepreneurs, professional who want to grow their authority and attract high value clients with live streaming, of course, and the content creations, and then especially the videos, because I'm not good at editing. So this is very important, right? Because every brand, this is on my what is it, my my website, right? Then I build love me as my core values to create my products and programs. That's how I do it, Melodian. So, and why I create love me, I don't know. It's maybe because at that time I had a broken heart when I had it. So at the time of broken heart, then I cannot let myself to be sad, and I create love me as my core values because someone thought that I didn't love him enough, or I didn't want to be with him. Well, it was really, really wrong. So that's why I create love me, so that the people will love themselves, they will love their brand, they will love their content, something like that. And then yeah, love me is about lead with purpose on your message, value first content, because with the value content, people will trust you, right? You build the trust with your value content, and also engaging authentically, because people will know you. Maybe you can use the bot, maybe you can use the automation, but then when people know you, they will like to have you engage authentically, to know who you really are. And then also and is move people to action. So when you deliver content, when you are on the video, on your podcast, you can inspire people to connect with you and to move them with the CTA, right? What you want them to do next, and they will take action. And this is also for themselves. Maybe they should do this to reach their goals, or whatever they would like to achieve with live streaming and podcasting, and the videos and the content they deliver. And also DE love me is elevate others, because when we elevate others, we also grow with them. So we are not alone. Maybe it is faster to do it alone, but doing it together with others make you stronger, right? That's what I'm thinking of. So that's why I create love me as my, how do you call it, the principles, or maybe my core values for my other programs or projects. That's what I would like to share also. I hope that I answer your questions well. I'm nervous now.
You're great. You're good. So,
Thank you.
what are some for creators that are using live streams or
Yes.
videos as a client
Uh-huh.
attracting tool?
Uh,
What are some of the brand or content mistakes that you see? What are we doing
uh,
wrong? What are we
the
doing wrong?
first I already mentioned the first and the main one. People think that they have to be confident first to go live streaming and podcasting. Well, actually, by doing it, then you will gain your confidence. And then also, sometimes in the past, I saw a lot of live streamers didn't greet their audiences, right? So they don't engage with the audience. They had at the time it was very easy to have the followers, to have the comments, to have people watch your live streaming. The algorithm wasn't like today, so sometimes they just keep talking. But that's true. Sometimes on our platform we cannot see the comments of other people, right? But then we watch it after we are off. Sometimes the comments are there, but not in our studio. It seems that our studio is zero viewer, but actually there are so many viewers out there that we couldn't see on the studio. That happened also. So that's why replying to their answer, to their question, it is also important, right? And then we shout out the people who have been supporting us in live streaming and podcasting. This is about engagement. It is really beautiful to build connection with everyone, right? It's not just DM them and ask them to build our to buy our products or programs, but to build connection. Yeah, it takes longer. Maybe they will become friends and to not buy your products, but then the network you have will be better because you reach more people with the people who will give the reference or to refer you to them when they need you, then they will reach out, right? And then also um what else? It is hard to stay professional in front of the camera. At the time I had a guest speaker who really totally different behind the camera and in front of the camera. They some speakers were really trouble, right? But then in front of the camera they change automatically, become someone nice or something like that. Then that doesn't align with my brand, right? I would like to have someone who is the same in front of the camera or behind the camera. Imagine if in front of the camera they look nice, but then when they greet people, when people need them, they don't respond or something like that. That is why engagement is really important in this matter. And then also, yeah, it is about professionalism. And then what else? uh, the engagement, to not ignore your audience. They are there for you, maybe not today but tomorrow. Maybe now they have to take the children to school, they cannot watch, maybe they have to drive, maybe they have to cook, we don't know, but they will reach you out. Also I had it a lot. And then technical issue, it happens. To not be afraid with the technical issue, it is there, but we do our best. You don't need to have the fancy studio if you don't have the bright, what is it, a light. You can do it in the morning on your morning time, then the sunshine, the sunlight will be the best light to do it. So no need to be expensive to go live streaming and podcasting, but yeah, it is, we can build it by the time also. And then that's why the mistakes on live streaming and podcasting can be discouraging, right? Also, when you people out, when you see other people out there, they have very fancy studios. It happened to me. It's like, Dave facing Goliath. I have only like the simple equipment, while my guest expert speakers, they really uh, very advanced in equipments. We can feel discouraged easily that way, right? But it didn't. But I didn't care about it because I know that I have a good intention. I have a positive purpose. I have my dreams to reach, so I keep doing it. Maybe that's the main reason that people are scared to go live streaming and the mistake that we make. Don't worry about that.
I am so glad you mentioned so many things. Okay. So many things that
Because
I
it's
personally have experienced and finally just said,
mm-mm.
you know what, too bad. Because you talked about,
What
looking
happened?
Well, you talk about looking all professional and everything in front of the camera. And I tried that when I first started. I would get all, I'd get dressed up and everything, and I felt so
Yeah,
uncomfortable because
that is
my
nice.
whole thing, yeah, my whole thing is I live on a private dirt road in the boonies, okay? By choice. I love it out here. It's become part of my brand
Uh-huh.
now. Like life on the
Uh-huh.
dirt road is, it's part of the whole Rebel
Mm-hmm.
Tribe brand. So I finally was like, I don't I don't have that wardrobe because I don't wear it. I'm a jeans and a t-shirt kind of gal. And so I finally was like, this is me. Jeans, and it's football season, and yeah, the Hogs aren't doing so well, but I'm still a big
Mm-hmm.
fan, still a supporter. So, here's my Razorback t-shirt. This is who
Arkansas.
I am. Okay. This is who I am. And as soon
It
as you
doesn't
start trying to
matter.
be, as soon as yes, be who you are. So that was number one mistake that I had to correct. And then when you talked about the fancy
Mm-hmm.
studio and everything, and it's like, yeah, I do mine out of my guest bedroom. Okay. It's my office/guest bedroom. And that's where I do it. And it is what it is. It's my guest bedroom. So when you come to stay, you'll be sleeping in my studio or whatever. Okay. That's just how it is. And I don't pretend to have anything different. I used to try to have like a kind of, the Zoom background or whatever. So it looked like I was,
Ideally.
uh,
But then your hand will be disappear, right? When you
I
use the
know.
background. Or
It's like,
our
this
ears
is
will
it, guys.
disappear. Hmm. This is
You know,
it. No
it's,
problem.
and it's become a big part of my brand though, because my whole brand about being the Rebel Tribe is we do things differently. We do things that work for us. So yeah, jeans and a
Mhm.
t-shirt, guest bedroom studio. I don't have the fancy mic setup or thing. I still use my little
Mhm.
headset because it works for
Mhm.
me. So why pay hundreds of dollars for that microphone? Because those things are expensive.
Mhm.
I would rather take that money and spend it on something else because this works. Okay. And for the longest time, I didn't even have this. I had a little tiny headset that still worked. But my husband finally was like, if you're going to do this, you at least need to
Mhm.
have a decent mic. So he bought me this for Christmas. But, stop being afraid and stop trying to be something you're not,
Perfect.
and
Yeah.
get out there and
It's
just do it. Just do it.
believe me, my guest expert speakers, they are beautiful, they are handsome with the makeup and everything, fancy dress, fancy clothes. But they act like it is okay. They don't act like a billionaire, even though they are billionaires, they are very successful in their industry. And then, believe me, with the fancy studio, sometimes they still lose their voice. They still, I mean, the sound, right? They still lose their video. Sometimes it happens. So it doesn't matter as long as we are here to do our stuff. If something bad happen, once I didn't have the internet connection at that time in the morning, then the worst was like, because my guest expert speaker was very busy, then we couldn't reschedule. That was the worst. But it is okay. They would like to come on the other event, so no problem with it. Don't worry about it. So yes, just do it. It's like the Nike. Just do it. No problem.
Now I am struggling myself with one thing, and I know you
Mm-mm.
talk about it in your bio a little bit about
Mm-mm.
focusing on consistency.
Yeah.
How It's a good way to put this. So I've been doing this a little while now. I still consider
Mm-hmm.
myself fairly new, but I think I've been doing it for almost a year now. So I'm coming up on like,
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll be like my 50th episode or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, I've been doing one a week. So yeah, so it's been about a year. And I'm already struggling with what the heck are we going to talk about this week? Who's my guest going to be?
Mm-hmm.
How do you help clients who are getting burned out or having content fatigue, I guess, of how do you help them maintain consistency?
This
Because, like I said,
this is
how much?
why the preparation beats everything. Maybe we don't prepare enough, but then it is important to have like our, how do you call it, like the bank, uh, the topic bank or something like that. Then we can plan, and then our schedule also. For 100 days, people say the first time I was crazy, blah blah blah, impossible to commit for 100 days, especially when live streaming was very expensive for me, but I did it, right? It is like when something major happened, it happened with the plot and everything, and then I couldn't go to the studio. Needs to it was needed to be it needed to be clean, right? And then after the flood, you know that the place cannot be really clean. We really had to wait for the sun dry, you know, to dry, even though it is clean up, but the smell and everything with the chemical and everything, it happened, and it doesn't matter, as long as you have your commitment. Yeah, commitment is to build our self-discipline also. As long as there is no major reason like the urgency, then we still doing it. It doesn't matter if the internet is done, we can replace the schedule. And then also we have the content plan, right? It's like the you can do the journal that I would like to share also about for the content creation in my program, right? What we have to do in live streaming, the preparation is important. People can get it for free. How to go live streaming for the first time. So it's like the blueprint to go live streaming for the first time on my website. Then, yeah, you can get it for free. That's what I would like to share here. Maybe I can share a little bit. Um, Here, so plan, you can plan it, but plan it simple, right? This is the first page of my free blue, this one, your first live stream blueprint. I give it for free, then you can have it on my website. You can give your email and I will send it to you. So plain it simple. The goal is remove overthinking by deciding just one topic, what you are passionate about. Maybe you are passionate about cooking. Maybe you are passionate about gardening. Maybe you are passionate about dancing or anything you would like to deliver, then deliver it, right? And then you can use what is it, the ways that maybe other people afraid of, but you would like to deliver for them. That way you can help others also. You overcome your own fears first, but you have others to overcome their fear. Maybe they will feel that, oh, you experienced that one too, so that I trust you. I would like to work with you because you are on the same page with me before. So, for example, how to something like that, how to gain followers in 1 month or in 30 days. People do not mention 1 month, right? For the SEO and keyword, usually people mention that how to gain followers in 30 days, how to be a good cook, how to not spend a lot of money to create fashion or something like that. Then this is about your passion, what you would like to share, what your expertise is. Then just do it, all right? Again, just do it. So to not aim for perfection, you have to do it to complete it. Then you will feel accomplished when you do it for the first time. So the setup, the space also I already mentioned. And then the script your first 30 seconds, for example, right? You introduce yourself, very easy, right? Hey, I'm Sonya, today I'm going to talk about this, blah blah blah. Very simple. So this is what we can do to go live streaming for the first time. It's not that complicated. That's why you can get your first live streaming blueprint on my website. It is like promoting, Melodian. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Like the
you get to.
promotion.
You get to. I was going to ask you that in a little bit, if you had
uh,
something you wanted to share. So that's cool.
mm.
Okay.
Thank
So
you, thank you. Because impossible to mention everything here too long. No, it's just some pages, but people will feel better if they read it and then they practice it, right?
oh, yeah, I wouldn't have people on if they didn't have something worth sharing with my audience, because what would be
Mm,
the point of that?
thank you.
Nobody gets on to just jabber. If I'm going to
Thank you,
have an
thank you.
episode where somebody's just jabber, I'll just do it myself.
You're very funny sometimes, but very positive thinking also. I admire you for being open-minded. There are some people who do not let other people to share, but then this is for free, and that is okay, not the paid one. Don't worry about that.
So you have been featured, now that we're talking about this. You have
Uh-oh.
been featured in the okay, because I have some of these books. I bought them. I
Mhm,
bought all these
mhm.
books.
Thank
Yours,
you.
Joey's been featured in a couple of too. So I bought them because I needed to know things
Mhm,
in the 100 live streaming digital media predictions. Those that series of
mhm.
books been featured in
Yeah.
there.
It's been a
So
long time ago. I don't join. I didn't join for this year, no. And maybe it was the last time also because the next focus for me is to create my own book. And then actually, thought the late Todd Cochrane would like to give the forward, but yeah, I'm sorry, he has gone. My brother. And then also Rob Greenlee already written the forward has already written the forward for my book. Actually, it is about my interviews, my best interviews. And guess what? You are on my book.
oh,
But I hope that it will be launched next year. Really, really fingers crossed because I would like to give the review and everything. What people can learn from our guest expert speakers. That's why I would like to put it on our book.
I wanted to ask you since
Mm-hmm.
since these books are all about predictions for what's coming,
Mm-hmm.
was there a prediction that you made or that in that series that most resonates for you today? Something that came true or didn't come true like you thought it would or you know.
Yeah, it's especially about AI. People are scared about AI that AI will remove our what is it, our jobs and everything. But hey, we are creative human. Don't be beaten by the robot or the machine, right? Or by the software. What I mean is like you're special. Uh you are unique. What I mean is like let's embrace the technology. We can use AI for the content ideas generator, or we can do research easily with the AI, right? AI can help us also to what is it to how do you call it? It's like to make our work easier with the scheduling, with the editing and everything. So AI should make our work easier and better, not to be more complicated. Of course, I'm not a nerd, but then, of course, I'm very happy that AI is there, especially to have with my English, right? So it helps. So to not be afraid about the technology, and technology can help you to not what is it, feel discouraged that AI is here because you are more than AI. You can work with AI. Consider AI as your virtual assistant, right? Of course, more platform, more software. Maybe like some platforms, some software for the editing. Like last year, we had to pay $200, but now it is free. It is everywhere, much more better. The competition is there, but don't feel discouraged because then you can work with AI and the other new technology. Do it with a good intention. That's what I mentioned before, and uh, we will be okay. Everything is gonna be all right.
Yeah, I love AI, so I'm glad you brought that up because I love my chat. I confess, I love my chat. But you know what? Chat
Mm,
could not do this. Okay. So I don't worry that
mhm.
chat's going to take over my podcast because it couldn't.
Yeah.
And I don't worry that I don't worry about chat doing anything because it's not going to be able, it cannot do what I do. At least not yet. Maybe down the road, maybe someday it can, but not right now. So by the
Not
time it gets to the
on the
point,
next 5 years. We are still here. I mean, like on the next 5 years, AI maybe it's happening actually. They are more modern. They can clone your voice, right? And then they with the photo can be the video. But if we use it on the positive way with the good intention, uh, Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, it's a great tool if you know how to use it properly. One
That's
of these
true.
days, I'm
That's
actually
right.
going to do an episode on how to use it properly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's good.
since you weren't in this year's book,
Mm-hmm.
what's your vision or your prediction for what personal branding and live streaming is going to look like in like the next 3 to 5 years?
Maybe it will be more difficult to live stream from one platform. I mean, with the software to many social media platform, right? But then every social media platform, they compete to make us to go live streaming, right? It's not only on reels, on shorts, not about those kind of short video. Now people will people will appreciate about authenticity more because AI is there. It is, in every minute, maybe even every second. It's like the contents are there. People will upload their contents on the social media, but then yeah, maybe with the longer video, people will see you more, especially if you are on the video, and people will appreciate authenticity more than the AI. Even though you have the voiceover, now there are some software that create the voiceover. The better ones even do not really sound like robotic sound or voice, but then it is there, but still people will appreciate authenticity more. Maybe it is something rare in the future, right? But then yeah, that's not a prediction. It is already happening that people appreciate authenticity more, even though, oh, it is not authentic that you are but you need to see the facts that there are many content creators with AI, and they have million subscribers, they have million clients, they buy their products with AI, right? With the automation and everything. So yeah, do you want to be beaten by a robot or by a machine, by the software? No, right? But it is there. The fact it is there. So it's about your creativity. I don't see there is something negative or something bad. No, because this is only one way of marketing, right? There are so many ways of marketing. It doesn't matter. But then choose the ones that really align with your brand. Maybe you would like to present yourself. Maybe you would like to present your products with AI, with the avatar and with the voiceover, something like that. It doesn't matter. To the ones that work for you and your brand. That's what I would like to. What is it? To share with people that yeah, in the future maybe there are more robotic or avatars and videos, but you see the creativity is there. I mean, even the faceless video, when they have soul on their story, they can be appreciated by others. People will follow them. People will subscribe, and they are able to monetize on YouTube. Yeah, there are many experts who are better to talk about it, about the monetization. Not me. I'm not there yet, but I think this is not something that can stop us, in creating contents and also deliver the values for the others.
I agree. I would. No,
No,
I've been told by my audience that's one of the things they appreciate about me is that I am pretty much me all the time. So we're pretty authentic all the time. Okay.
this is
I love
Sonya running from the working place to the studio without makeup, yeah, with the messy hair, but I'm here.
Okay, so we've been chatting for a while now, so let's
How many
kind of get
hours?
to the last. I have no idea. It's been a while. Okay. Like I told you when
Oh,
we
but
started, I don't like
that's
have a
true.
we're going to do this in 20 minutes because if we're having a good conversation, we're going to keep
Thank you
going
so
talking.
much, Melody. I'm really.
So,
I
but
don't see the time here. I don't know
I have
how
no
long we
idea.
have
Like I
been
said, I have no
chatting
idea,
either.
but I'll find out when I run the video when I've downloaded it. It will tell
Will
me
it
how
be
long it is.
edited? Will it be censored?
Nope. I don't edit, I don't censor. So, but what I do want to know is
Uh,
what is the single biggest shift that you hope? So my audience is mostly women. Well, it's all women. My audience
mhm,
is women. Most of them are over 40. Um,
mhm.
what's the single biggest shift that you hope these ladies make after listening to this episode?
That they are confident enough, they are brave enough to hit that live streaming button, go live streaming. That is the only transformation I hope from them. If they are not confident enough, they have self-doubt or whatever that is that hold them back to live stream, they can contact you, they can contact me, and then we can guide them, you know. Or maybe we need them with to whoosh, 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 come on, you have to go live streaming. No, 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 no. I like pushing people, like people pushing me. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, really, now videos, especially live streaming, are really, really important for our brand. If you would like to reach your market, or if you would like to build your own market, because we don't know who will need you or who will. Of course, we have our avatar and everything, or our ideal clients. What is it? Niches or whatever you call it. But then still, if you go there and then go out there to stand out among the crowds, then people will be happy to know you. We don't know. There are so many people who like to reach you out. Maybe they don't know how, but then they know you from the live streaming, right?
So for those who still, even after listening to this, feel intimidated about live streaming,
Intimidated.
their
Yep.
fear, or they're afraid of the text still, or they're afraid of the visibility. Because like you said,
Mm-hmm.
when you did it your first time, you got some nasty comments about your accent or whatever. And I've gotten some myself about, I remember one who flatly told me I needed to stop live streaming because I was so bad at it. And I was like, when, so
Don't
there's that,
listen to them.
yeah, there's that fear of being too visible. Okay.
Mm.
What's your what's your best first thing that they can do like right now to get out there and get started?
Yep. Maybe the technology can discourage you. Maybe the I don't know how you call it, like the other people who have been live streaming for years. They have a lot of followers. They have big community. Can discourage you, and we don't have enough equipment or fancy equipments on our place to start it. Again, you never know. Just go live streaming. You can use your mobile phone, you can use your laptop, whatever, and yeah, just do it. You can go start it from YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. Even now, Zoom has the live stream. Oh, not Zoom, sorry. Canva has the live stream platform also. You can live stream your project, for example, to design. And then I've just found it also, but I haven't used it yet. But I saw it, and it will be great. But if you don't have platforms to go live streaming too many channels or too many platforms, you can use like for me, Ecamm. Now, even if you don't have enough preparation, there is the note on Ecamm. It is like what is it? You can put your draft so that if your brain go blank, and then you can see your draft and prepare what you are going to deliver or talk about on your live stream. It will be great. So see, there is always ways out to our worries. Sometimes I feel stuck too, but then being stuck doesn't make me what is it, successful, right, Melodian? So I have to push myself to go out there.
And how can we connect with you or learn about your programs, work with you, whatever? If any of my ladies are inspired to do their first live stream in a big way and want to reach out to you, how do we do that?
Easy. You can go to my website, livepodcastmedia.com, and then there is email thing there, or you can also get your first live stream blueprint there for free. Then it is easier to reach me out.
Sonia, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and
Oh,
being with
come
us
on. It's
today.
Limu. Thank you so much to invite me on your podcast. I feel really honored and happy and feel blessed to talk to you again. I miss you since our first talk. I didn't know that you are this open-minded, and then yeah, you become the co-host for other podcasts also,
I
right?
have, yes, I am a co-host.
Congratulations for it.
So it's just getting launched, so I'm pretty excited about it. And that's a whole other
Cannot
story how that
cannot
happened.
wait to listen to it.
But Rebel ladies, I hope you are walking away today inspired to go hit that go live button. Just do it
Yes.
and start building your brand online with live streaming. And if you want to connect with Sonia and learn more about her work, I'll put the links in the show notes. And remember, your voice matters, ladies. Your story matters, and it's time to start sharing it with the world. So until next time, keep defying the norm. That's our motto: defy the norm and build that life that you were born to live. And don't forget, do all the things like, subscribe, share, whatever. Do the stuff to help build the audience. Okay.
Those are very sweet words from you. Thank you so much, Melodian, again, for inviting me here. And I hope that I can share more next time.
Oh, I think you've shared plenty, but yes, we have a summit coming up in April, so we'll be talking.
We will do. Thank
Have a
you
great.
so much.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great time.